Alexandria, or Sunshine, as she prefers to be called. She don't like me using her government name. So, I've known her for a very long time. To see you grow, it has been very interesting. Especially at first, you always gave me a cold shoulder. But I feel like this year in particular, you really started to open up to me a little bit. And, you know, kudos to you, because I know for some people I'm not the easiest person to open up to, but when I think of Alexandria, I think about the eye rolls, I think about the goofy faces you'd make, but most importantly, this year was a very big year for me in terms of seeing you grow, because we had 2 members start here. Their names were Colton and Liliana, and they are very unique club members, and at first, you kind of messed around with them a bit, but I think as the year went on, you really took on the role of showing them what the club is. And even though you had your fun with Liliana at times, I know, even though you'll never admit it because I know you really, I can tell you cared about both of them, and you wanted to see them not get in trouble. You wanted to see them have fun at the club, and you would go above and beyond almost every day to try and make that happen for them. And seeing how you were when you first started to the end of the school year, you might not think this, you might not put a lot of stock into this, but I'm very proud of you. Someone's cutting onions, which sucks, but you've grown a lot. And I really hope the energy you put into this school year, you carry with you to middle school. Chris. So, this one will probably be the longest one, just because there's a lot to you, dude, and I mean that in the best way possible. All I can think about is when one of your first days here, you losing your mind during a game of dodgeball, and right then and there, I knew, okay, this kid is on a different level. But as time went on, and all the times that I had to take you to the side and calm you down, you really started to see the bigger picture in terms of applying that energy in a positive way. Almost like your sister, even though you haven't been able to see it in person, she did pretty much the same thing that you did. And I think she might have picked up and seen you and how you took in certain club members that needed that extra help. Like whether it was Gage, him running around, you running up and hugging him and just letting him know that, hey, no matter what, I'm gonna treat you like a friend. Just any kid that wanted to talk to you, you kind of embraced them in your own very unique way. And not all the kids vibe to that, but I think the whole club kind of started to adapt that mentality of like, hey, no one is unapproachable here. I can walk up to any other person and have a conversation with them. Seeing you turn your kind of, I'll just be honest, your insane competitiveness, but then applying that part of your personality to help defend those, or to help befriend those people who are too shy to have a friend, or to the kids that would struggle to make friends if you weren't there. That is probably the thing that makes me the proudest of you. To see where you started to where you are now headed into high school, that you are probably one of the kids I can honestly say you've grown the most. And you know me, but what happens here, all the fun memories we've had, all the times we've had to say, Chris, go ahead and set out this game since you want to blow up. It makes me feel really proud to know that it was all worth it. And you still have your moments, as every person does, but you're not afraid to admit when you're wrong. And seeing you slowly start to morph into someone that I think your siblings can really look up to, that's important. So, I'm not trying to make this take too long, and you're probably gonna roast me about this when I see you after you've seen this video. But I don't say I'm proud of you a lot or stuff like that, because that's just how I'm built. But I really am proud of you. Mia. So you've known me pretty much since I first started. So you're one of those people that have seen me grow as much as I've seen you grow. You've always had that outgoing personality and like the smile that forces other people to smile whether they want to or not, because it's just that bright. And to see you just never lose that shine despite going all through middle school, and trust me, I know how middle school can be, like, it's impressive. To know that all the challenges that you face, you're gonna approach it with the right attitude, it's gonna do wonders for you in high school. Anytime someone mentions Mia, I just think about the countless times I see you messing with Mr. Chance and just like giving him a hard time. But seeing that bond that you have to this club is an example of something that makes me want to keep that going for the other kids. You know what I mean? Seeing how attached you've grown to this place makes me want to apply that to the other kids. I want them in 4 or 5 years to have that same kind of attachment and understanding of what the club is that you do.